Well, I had to win it, but so I was like, I'm down to fight for this thing, whatever it takes, because I remember watching it on Broadway and just being so moved by it. I'm not from Washington Heights. I'm not Latino. I'm a Chinese restaurant, grew up around there in California. But Lin spoke things that I didn't know how to explain about my own family. And so the opportunity to come a decade later after seeing it for the first time, it was a dream come true. He was doing Hamilton at the time, so he had like hair in his Hamilton hair, and we went to a coffee shop, so it was very intimidating. I worked really closely with Kiara, who is the key to all of that. And we talked a lot about what the story was about. And I told her the things that I knew about movies, that I knew what you could do that a stage couldn't do, where you could do close-ups, you can see the food, you can have a very specific perspective, and that we needed to make some choices in there. And credit to Lin, he really allowed us to play around and break it and put it back together. And I think that this form is not exactly the Broadway version. It is it's the cinema version. So I'm excited for people to experience that. I think it's about time. I think the time has come. I think I had to wake up to this a few years ago of knowing that I was part of Hollywood, which had a problem, which had, this is the vaccine for the soul, I say, but I think it was a vaccine for my soul when we shot this movie, because there was things I didn't understand, things that I didn't know that I had to learn by doing these kind of movies, and I'm excited that more and more studios will take this on, and if the audience shows up on the weekend, even more so. I think you cannot deny the fact when the audience shows up, no matter what your surveys say, what your precedent has been. It's time to change. The time has come. The time is now.